Hey, everybody. I'm Chris Metzler, one of the programmers with the Green Film Festival of San Francisco. Thanks for joining us. As you know, we kind of have a smorgasbord of all kinds of interesting environmental films from around the world. And you just had a chance to see the really terrific film restoring the spirit of place. And we're lucky enough to have some of the folks from the film here. Welcome, everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Jerry Vanderbeek. I'm one of the directors of Spirit of Place, and I also run a studio in San Francisco and creative director at Little Fluffy Clouds.
Hey, I'm Nick Stone Shearer. I was lucky to make this film with Lara and Jerry, and I'm also a filmmaker living over in the East Bay.
Thanks, everyone. Lara Tomov. I'm based in Missoula, Montana, and I'm a filmmaker, cinematographer, also a co-director of this film, and I run media brand Stories for Action.
Very cool. Well, thanks again for pulling this great story together. What was the kind of catalyst for the idea here that you all knew that you wanted to kind of, pick up a camera and kind of tell the story?
Well, the story is actually the International Wildlife Film Festival in Missoula create this fellowship, and 6 directors were invited to this fellowship and divided in 3 groups, and we were one of these groups, so we didn't know each other. We actually didn't even know the assignment. It was still unclear when we started filming it, I think. But the story became a very interesting story for us. I think it really grew as we were interviewing people. And the assignment was to create a 4-minute video. It became a 12-minute video, and it became a much bigger thing. So that's kind of where it started. And it just really worked out. I think we made a really great team. We had a ton of fun, and I think that shows in the film.
And it also, I'll just add, it was also, 48 hours, 2.5 days that we had from beginning to end to produce the film. So going out and filming, editing, everything from start to finish. So there was also that context of producing it.
With really crappy computers.
Yeah, it was definitely a unique. I've never made a film like this. I don't know if either of you two have before. It was definitely unique and a challenge, but yeah, we had a lot of fun, and the folks at the festival, I think, also to give them credit, they set up they did basically the pre-production. So we walked in ready to shoot, but they had these participants already lined up and a general storyline for us to kind of explore, which we definitely did, and we kind of took it our own direction. But we definitely walked in kind of set up and somewhat ready to go, which was cool because I think usually we are the ones who have to do all that pre-production work. So it was fun just getting to dive right in.
Yeah, so let's thank Kerry Richard and Taylor Lennox from the Wildlife Film Festival in Missoula and the Roxy Theater for that. Also, what was really fun is because as the story developed and we had such a short time, we kind of edited this whole story almost like in the last night. I mean, we really worked through the night because it takes a while to really figure out, once you have all the footage, okay, what are we going to use and what are we not going to use? So that was really last minute, and we literally had to run the hard disk to the festival and almost got run over by our producer, Ryan Graham, laughing on the road to the Roxy Theater. So I think we had a lot of fun doing this.
Well, yeah, it's such a kind of a different creative way of kind of pulling together a film. I mean, one of the things I often ask filmmakers is what are the things that most surprise you? Obviously, there are a lot of surprises involved in this one. Reflecting back on that experience, are there things from that kind of impromptu process that this film was made that you would maybe bring to any of your kind of future projects that you do?
I think everybody probably has a different answer to that one. For me, I mean, I'm mostly doing animation projects, which take a very long time to create. So to do something like this spontaneous, that's a lot of fun, and that's something I really enjoyed. It's not something that I can really bring to animation that easily. I wish I could, but that was the part I really enjoyed. But I'm sure Nick and Laura have a different answer to that.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty amazed and lucky to have Jerry as an animator on our team, and the fact that he made these several animations, custom animations in that window, it still kind of amazes me. I don't know. I think just the idea of like having this very compact set of time together and a deadline. It's not how I would always want to work, because that would be really stressful to do that all the time. But I think as people who do often spend a lot of time on our projects, whether it's animation or documentary films, it was very refreshing to realize that, oh, if you force yourself, and if you're forced by collaborators and people who are supporting you to just really, get it done versus, kind of work on it forever, you can do that. And so I think for me, I haven't really had the opportunity in the last year and a half since then to do it, but I'd love to find another opportunity to really have that sort of condensed filmmaking sprint.
Yeah, I think too, what was interesting is, I mean, we're 3 co-directors, and so just to have that level playing field of throwing ideas off each other, all doing camera, yeah, Jerry's focus is animation. Nick and I are usually in the field ourselves, but Jerry was jumping on camera. We were all working together to figure out, interview questions, and every process was like a 3-way split. And it was really neat to have that triple sounding board, which I don't always have in my projects. So it was really nice to have it every process. And then also how we were able to incorporate our subjects into it beforehand, and kind of checking in with the lead folks in the tribe that we were interviewing, and seeing what they kind of wanted, what messages they wanted to get out there. And yeah, it was an interesting way of storytelling, because also we wanted to honor the important work that has been done that we were capturing and trying to share, but also get messages out there that the tribe themselves and all the entities that are involved in those Wildlife Passage project, that they're struggling to get out to the public. And so that we could really make sure that our product was useful for them, which we've heard that they have been able to use it. They're trying to get funding for additional passages along that same corridor. And so it's there for them to use as they wish, to raise funding, raise public awareness, all the things. So it's also practical use, which is the main thing, I think.
Yeah, also I think what was really fun is because this project was not scripted at all. It gave everybody the room to say what I wanted to say on camera, what needed to be said, and also as us as filmmakers to do what we wanted to do. I think we had from the get-go a trust in each other, because we all had films in film festivals. We all knew what we were doing, and that we could just participate and add something to this project. And on top of that, we didn't have any time to think about anything anyway. So.
Well, very cool. It was fun to run into, and thanks again for making the film. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And
Thanks,
looking
Chris.
forward to seeing you.